What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Skeffscomicknowledge. I am Skeff, and thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you checking out this video. I am really excited to do this one. This one, just like the thumbnail says, is going to be about the nice house on the lake. Doesn't that sound lovely until you read it? You're like, oh, wow, all right, that was, whew, all right. Let's strap on our seatbelts, and let's go along for this ride. I was a little skeptical about this one at first, just because it's a DC book. It's James, and everyone knows, it's like, oh, hey, DC horror, it's his creation. It should be, like, super big. It should be, like, I always thought it was one of the things where, like, this probably would be something that, you know, you would hope people would probably over-order and not have trouble finding it. Well, little did I come by that it is actually, 2 weeks into this, a little harder to come by those #1 first print cover A's than you might expect, with prices on eBay for cover A hitting around that 15 plus shipping, and then cover B hitting that around $10 plus shipping. You still might be able to find some bundle deals online on a few places, but otherwise a little harder to come by. But in this video, I just want to give you a little breakdown of kind of how I enjoyed the book, my thoughts on it going forward, and all the covers that have come out for it. Right now, I've been able to make a count of about 14 different covers that there have been done for this series. So I just want to kind of go over that, show you guys what they are, where you can find them, which ones are still available, which ones are sold out, which one is my favorite, and let you know what I think about the series. But basically, it's going to break down to this. It's pretty much going to be called It, as in Tynion, I trust. Because I'm pretty much just going to do that. He hasn't let me down with Something Killing Children, nor has he let me down with The Wind, nor has he let me down with Department of Truth, and the Batman was pretty good too. So at this point, I'm just like, cool, you're good. I trust you. One James to another James. Let's do this. So without further ado, we're talking about the nice house on the lake. So this is a fun website that I actually stumbled across that I actually was not familiar with, and it's called comicwatch.com. I thought it was really cool. So it's a breakdown of all 10 covers from the series. So you have your classic cover A, then you have your cover B cardstock cover. There's a 1:25 ratio variant. And then there's about 10 store exclusive covers. But it's fun. It does like a little recap of the series. I just wanted to talk about it just because I didn't know if anyone has talked about it yet. I finished it, and it was really engaging. So a little premise of kind of what it's about is that you have these 12 friends, you can call them. Some of them know each other, some of them don't, but they all have one person in common that they all know, named Walter. And they have met him at different variances in their lives, and between high school up till maybe just like a couple years back, in the ranges of the people aged between, I think, like 27 to like 34. And so they've met him at different times, and they all get this like mysterious email saying, hey, I have this cabin, or I have this nice house on the lake. I want you guys to all catch up and check things out and kind of hang out and reunite. And it's really interesting too, because there's a mystery behind it. To find out that there's something huge happening outside of this beautiful lake house that they stumble upon while they're there the very first day they get there. So it's really eerie on the timing on that aspect. And they all have these different titles in the series, and they also have their own special symbol, which is really cool because it's like, what do the symbols mean? Why do they have titles? Walter mentioned that they gave him titles so it would be more mysterious on who he actually invited up to the cabin, but I think there's going to be more on that later. We also kind of find out that there is more to Walter than meets the eye, which is a fun little kind of interesting storytelling point of this series, and I just look forward to seeing what happens to these 12 characters when they kind of find out that the world around them is pretty much on fire. So it really has me hyped for like issue 2. Like, it's one of the things where like you read it, and you're like, and that's how it ends. You're just like, okay. And it's kind of it got me suckered in pretty quick, but I got to see how issue 2 finishes up to see overall like where is the story kind of leading out to. But it's a DC Black Label, so it has more wiggle room to be kind of more intense. So I look forward to seeing what they do with that. And then these are some stills from the Comic Watch website of the interior artwork, which is very interesting. The artwork ranges, and it's really compelling on how it's viewed or how it's drawn when it's depicting certain characters. Yes, I did really enjoy the artwork inside of the book as well. I was kind of a little, hesitant at first, but like as I continue reading it, it did kind of draw me in even more. Like I said, guys, there are 10 different types of store exclusives for the series, and I'm kind of going to go over all 10 of them so you guys know what to keep an eye out for. Most of them, actually, I think all of them, I double checked, are still available to be purchased online. So if you are looking forward to maybe pick up exclusive, most of them are still available. Surprisingly, there's only one that I was able to find that was sold out. I didn't know if it's a shared one. I just know that this one right here, the Nice House on the Lake by the Francavilla cover, this one is actually like sold out. This one I couldn't find any other people that were selling it, but yeah, this Francavilla cover is actually like sold out, no more. I think they're like 30 or like $35, $40 on eBay right now. So that was one that was the only one sold out, but everything else, though, that I found on their websites is still available in person. You have this really cool Megan Hutchinson Cates exclusive cover, which comes in like 3 different versions. You have this Comics Leap exclusive cover that also comes in like 3 different versions. You have like, you always have like a few of them come in 3, a few of them come in 2, only some of them have 1. They'll kind of range in print runs between like 1,500 to up to 3,000 for the print run, depending on whether it's like a trade dress, like a minimal trade dress, or like a color splash variant. Comics Kingdom of Canada has a Carla Cohen cover. You have this Wade's Comic Madness cover, which I actually kind of dig. I dig the like that light in the background. Like it's cool. I like the shimmering effect to it from like the pool, little blood stains on the floor. You have this Ken Lashley cover from Frankie's Comics. This State of Comics one also is so exclusive that I do believe just only had the one cover for the version. The Sanctum Sanctorum cover. I thought this cover was really interesting. This is the 616 Tiny Onion Third Eye Comics. Just kind of like a different border outline of issue number 1, but it kind of hits differently. The wraparound is nice. We have the front and the back. So that one's really cool. This is the Things from Another World, the Francavilla, that is sold out. And the last one is this Wanted Comics, where she's laying in the pool, and if you look closely, it's just a bunch of skulls and dead. That one's kind of clever. But like I said, guys, these are all the 10 exclusive covers that I've been able to find. I think that's all of them from this website, Comic Watch. They're all still available except for that, like I said, the Francavilla one. So they're all still available via the links on this site, so you can be able to go to that website. If you have a favorite cover, you'll be able to check it out. Purchase it if you like it. But it's one of the things where like I wanted to like let you guys know that they're still out there. If you can't find a first print cover A, it's going to be okay. There's still probably cover B's out there. The shops still probably have these. It's just a little bit maybe harder to come by, or maybe a little more pricier than just cover price. But overall though, I really dug the series. It's just interesting how like just kind of the first issue, like right out the gate, It kind of has me intrigued because you have these 12 characters, didn't really know each other. They only have one kind of common person in Walter. He's a little bit different what they thought he was going to be. There's chaos in the outside world, and how are they going to deal with all of this inside of this house, and what's going to happen? Because it opens up in a storytelling aspect where you open up on the main character, retelling how it kind of started. She shows up, she's like in the preview here. She talks about like the meeting. She has a bandage over her eye, a little worse for the wear, with a giant spear. So it's interesting, like how you meet the character on the second and third page versus how you really see her on this opening page, which I thought was really cool. And I really look forward to seeing what he wants to do with the titles of these characters, along with if the symbols mean anything. There's a lot of symbols inside of this series associated with each one of the person's titles, and I'm sure it's going to come back into play later. And I look forward to seeing how he kind of unwraps that mystery for us. And this one is really interesting. Like, Something is Killing the Children was kind of like in your face and here's what's going on. The Department of Truth is a really mysterious one as well. Like, that kind of has you guessing a lot as well. Wind is pretty straightforward for the most part, but this one, it still feels different. Same writer for everything, still in that horror genre, but it hits differently. I don't know if it's the artwork or how it's set up, but it is definitely not centered on one person. It is definitely a group effort on this one, and I look forward to seeing how this house of 12 people interact with each other. But that's it, guys. I just want to give you a little breakdown of the Nice House on the Lake, what kind of covers to look out for, that they're all still available except for one of them, so you can still be able to go out and find and maybe pick out your favorite cover if you can't find a cover A or a cover B. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please Hulk smash that like button if you found this helpful. Subscribe, turn that notification bell on so you know the next time I do drop a video. Also, a little shameless plug, I have a Saturday night live sale on the new Whatnot app. Link down below if you haven't downloaded that app before. We both get $3 if you do that. And it's going to be my very first time using that app Saturday night at 9 p.m. so I can use all the help I can to just be moral support because I'm a little nervous. I'm excited but a little nervous. So go check it out. It's a really safe place to buy and sell books. And I'm looking forward to testing out the waters. Still plan on doing my YouTube live sale on the 25th, so that doesn't change. But I want to test out and see how it does on the Whatnot app. So please go check it out. Let me know what you think. But once again, let me know down in the comments below. Have you read The Nice House on the Lake? What are your thoughts on it? Do you feel it has promise? Are you looking forward to see where they progress the story? Or can you not find a copy and you're looking to find one? Also, if you stayed to the end of the video, congrats on you. I appreciate it. And also in this video, going to do a giveaway. So if you go ahead, subscribe to the channel, Hulk smash that like button. I'm going to give away a copy of cover A and cover B. It's the least I can do if you kind of stayed around and watched that whole video. So like I said, man, in order to enter, Hulk smash that like button, got to be a subscriber to the channel, notification bell on, and you got to comment down below with what your thoughts are on the series and if it has any kind of potential going forward. And I look forward to hearing all of your guys' opinion and having that conversation with you down below in that comment section. But that's it for this one, guys. Skeff out.